So if you clicked on this video, you wanted the answer. Which card is better for Infernity? Apollousa or Unchained Abomination? Well, I'll tell you in a few seconds, but first, watch this cool intro. So honestly, there's no clear answer to this question, which is better, Apollousa or Unchained Abomination. And in my opinion, you should run both, which I will talk about in a few minutes probably, if I don't forget. But yeah, they both have their benefits. So the thing with Apollousa is that we can easily with multiple break protect it, meaning we can actually use all 4 negates, which means against combo decks and stuff, you just auto-win the duel. Now the problem is, if they're not playing a combo deck, if they're playing control, Apollousa is useless. Well, it's not necessarily useless, but it's not as great. Unchained Abomination, for those who don't know, when you activate a card that destroys a card outside of the battle phase, you can trigger its effect to destroy an additional card, plus during the end phase, you can destroy another card. So if you have one break phase down and you have Unchained Abomination and it survives until the end phase, you'll get to destroy 3 cards. Meaning if your opponent's playing some disgusting set 5 pass deck, you can actually get rid of 3 of the back row. Now if they're playing Eldritch, those back row will float, and that's kind of problematic. But, you know, I think that's pretty neat. Now Apollousa just gives you multiple negates, but in order to negate it needs to reduce its attack, so if you don't have a way to protect it, it can only negate 1 or 2 times depending on how much materials you use for it. Now, the correct build for Infernity will usually make it with 4 materials, but still. Now, I also mentioned this earlier in the video, but why just not make both? It's definitely possible. Sure, you can go for something like Savage Dragon, but why would you go for a Savage Dragon which only gives you 1 negate in a turn? Which, yeah, sure, it's only negate. But spells and traps, yeah, sure. Okay, against traps it's nice. But against spells, what spell are you gonna negate? Droplets? Okay, cool, you can't negate that. Dark Blue Lunar, you can't negate that. Like, the real problematic spells you can't even negate. So, I'm kind of considering a build where you try to enter Apollousa and Abomination. And then just put like an Archfiend with 1 or 2 barriers. And then a few breaks. So you get insane value out of the Abomination. Because once again, if you have Abomination 2 breaks that do nothing, they set 5 pass. Shotgun, 1 break, pop 3 cards. Your draw phase, I think you can activate something before you draw, I'm not sure. Actually, I don't think you can. So you have to shotgun your break earlier, I suppose. But even then, you know, it's great. Then I'd rather just pop an Arclight there instead of a Savage Dragon and get actually a better board. So yeah, which is better? Playing both, but if you have to strictly pick, I think I prefer Unchained Abomination because it's more flexible. It's great against every single matchup basically. Unless they're playing something like Burning Abyss, because these guys just float through. Outside of that, I mean, popping cards is one of the better interrupts, and you probably have enough backup anyway. And yeah, Infernity Barrier versus Break will be a future video where I talk about those 2 cards, at least. Yeah, I do. I have that video planned. But when you talk about Abomination vs Apollousa, they're comparable. I prefer Abomination. Theoretically, you can just side one of the 2. I mean, we don't use a side deck a lot because we can't really side. But yeah, I like Unchained Abomination because it works against everything. I mean, sure, try to link summon. If I break your stuff, you will just lose 2 monsters. If you try to set 5 pass, Unchained Abomination will kick in and basically get 2 additional pops as additional value. Apollousa against a control deck does nothing, you just wasted your resources making it. See, I like Abomination because it's more flexible, but I think it depends on the meta. Analyze the game, what decks are you expecting, then pick if you want to run Apollousa or Unchained Abomination. So I think it's a bit player preference, and I personally prefer Unchained Abomination. So, hope you liked this discussion. Which of the 2 do you prefer? Although I would be surprised if most of you never even considered Unchained Abomination as a main option instead of just a budget alternative for Apollousa. But yeah, just thought it was some cool food for thought. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.